Hi, I'm Jamie from Hedone.dining, and in this video I'm going to show you how to plate this week's starter, which is a trio of beetroots served baked, raw and pickled, with rosary goat's curd and microgreens, which I know is a big name, but I'm going to break it all down for you and show you how to plate this dish. So the nice thing about this dish, obviously it's Valentine's Day today, is it is actually relatively straightforward to plate. It's a cold salad, so there's nothing you need to prepare or reheat. How long you spend plating this dish is entirely up to you. And as I always say, plating is up to you. It's an opportunity for you to be creative and have some fun with it. So I'm going to show you today how I envisioned the dish and how I like to plate it, but by all means, please feel free to plate it how you wish. I mean, in theory, you could actually just throw all the ingredients into a bowl, mix everything together and put it on a plate. But given today's Valentine's, I'm sure you're looking to impress your partner. So my suggestion is take some time over this, enjoy it, maybe do it with your partner, and maybe you can try a couple of versions at home. So first of all, I want to show you what we have. We've got the trio of beetroots. So we've got obviously red beets, which you'll be familiar with, but we've also got golden beetroot and candy beetroot. The flavor I find is a little bit different from each variety. The red beetroots have an earthier flavor. I find the golden beets have a more subtle flavor. And the candy beetroot, I really love. I think they've got just a lovely balance of sweetness. And when you bake them, they go pink. But just to show you, when they're raw, you've got two colors. And it looks like a candy stick, which is why I call it candy beetroot. And it's absolutely beautiful. So those slices there, we're going to eat raw. We've also got the Rosary goat's curd, which is coming from Rosary Dairy in the New Forest, so just down the road. And you may recall that in the original email I suggested there was going to be Rosary Goat's Log, but I managed to get my hands on some curd, which I think pairs even better with this dish. It's nice and fresh, it's got a kind of a fluffy texture, and it's nice and citrusy, which balances out the sweetness of the beetroot. We've got some microgreens here, so we've got some micro pea shoots, and then we've got, as I mentioned, the raw candy beetroot slices, and also some pickled golden beetroot in the corner there. So that's been pickled in a sweet pickling liquid. And then in this little pot here, I've got some dill and some micro lemon balm as well, which we're going to use to garnish the dish. Right, so let's get started. I've got here the dressing, which is just olive oil, rapeseed oil, and raspberry vinegar. So this is basically a raspberry vinegar vinaigrette, and there's a little bit of aged balsamic vinegar in there as well. You'll probably find that obviously the liquids have separated by the time they get to you. So we're going to re-emulsify it. The best way to do it is to put it in a nice large pot for you at home. Just make sure that the lid is secure and it hasn't come loose during the journey. And then just hold it nice and tight together. And then just give it a good shake for about 10-15 minutes. And what you should find once you've done that is that the liquid will thicken and it will re-emulsify. Now you may be laughing watching me do this at home, but you're going to have to do it yourself. So there you go. Perfect. So as I say, you should find that the liquid is now one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer my beetroots into a bowl, like so. And then I'm going to pour most of the dressing onto the beetroot. I'm going to reserve just a little bit of the dressing there. I'm going to use a spoon to just mix everything together, like so. Just make sure that all the beetroot slices are nicely coated with the dressing. So now comes the fun part. We are going to arrange the beetroot pieces on the plates. And I like to put some of them standing, some of them on their sides, some of them on their back, just for a bit of variety. And I've got 2 portions here, but I'm only going to plate one to show you today. Like so. Let's get a nice golden one. There we are. I'll put that to one side. Now with the coat skirt, you just want to take a few dollops of it and just place them in between the beetroot pieces. And there we go. And then next, I'm going to get myself another bowl. I'm going to take the pea shoots, place them in that bowl, and then take the rest of the dressing. Pour that over the micro pea shoots, and give it a good mix again. Like so. And then you just want to take the pea shoots and just arrange them decoratively like so. I'm going to do a few. There we are. And then I've got the beetroot slices here. I'm just going to place them around the dish. And then finally we've got 2 slices of the candy beetroot. And I'm plating this in my direction, so I'll turn it around in a moment. But I'm going to place one there and one there. And then finally we've got the dill, which are still on their stalk. So all you want to do is just pick them and place them around the dish. Oh, there goes that one. And I'll take one more. That's a nice one. Place that one there. And then underneath the dill, I've got the micro lemon balm, which has got a really interesting flavor. So at home, try one just by itself so you can taste that. I'm just going to scatter them around like so. And the dressing already has seasoning on it, but I like to just finish off with a little bit of Malden sea salt, just because I like the crunchiness of it. So I'm going to turn this around to show you the finished dish. And I've also included in your kit this week some red rose petals, which are edible, so you can eat them. But I did try one and it's not particularly tasty. So I don't necessarily recommend you eat them, but rather just scatter them around your dining table to celebrate this very special occasion. Like so. So there you have it for a Valentine's Day menu. Trio of beetroot, cooked 3 ways, with rosary goat's curd, microgreens, and some red rose petals for you to celebrate today. Happy Valentine's Day.